and watch the chef cook.
You want 17 birds? Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Hit my line if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Yeah, I'm from the 17.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I gotta let you know that this video was brought to you by Print Champs. Big Print Champs in the building, bringing you everything you need. I'm telling you, man, in terms of merchandise goes, your one-stop shop for merchandise for all your favorite creators. You could customize stuff. Use code Bullyton at checkout. Get your Hurt Season hats. Just check out everything I got in store on there. You know what I mean? I got some other designs coming out, but the Hurt Season hat, you know, that's always going to stand the test of time. You can never go wrong with that. Ski Mask Howie shirts, 22 Bird shirts, things of that nature. Check it out. Other content creators on there as well. Definitely a dope experience. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. So, you know what I mean? I want to give a shout out to Bleacher Report for real, man. Bleacher Report been throwing my content up on the Eagles news page for a very, very long time, man. It's probably about the 10th video that Bleacher Report put up there. And, you know, that's always good that when one of your favorite apps recognize the hard work that you're doing and you know, the content that you bring into the forefront, you got to shout them guys out. So shout out to Bleacher Report, man. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, though, man. PFF is showing love. Now, PFF grading and ranking system is one of the things that I have a problem with. The grading and ranking system. Follow me close, because I know some people are going to think that this is a huge contradiction, but this isn't a grade or a ranking season. I actually, you know, believe this list. This is one of the best lists I believe, you know, PFF came up with, man. So the first one is PFF does a defensive 2023 all breakout team. These are the guys that they believe are going to break out in 2023 at all the defensive positions on the football field. Edge rusher, they got Baltimore Ravens, David Ojabo, Michael Clemens. Inside defensive line, Devontae Wyatt, Christian Barmore, linebacker Nakobe Dean, linebacker Patrick Queen, cornerback Kyer Elam, Trent McDuffie, Martine Emerson. I really like Martine Emerson. Reed Blankenship at safety and Daxton Hill at safety. So the Philadelphia Eagles got two young guys poised to make a breakout this upcoming season by PFF standards. And I agree with the list. Not because they're Philadelphia Eagles, because it makes sense, man. Of course, we know this is the Eagles. I'm an Eagles content creator, but it makes sense, man. Why wouldn't Reed Blankenship and Nakobe Dean have breakout years with the pass rush we about to unleash on the rest of the league? Why would they not eat and benefit from that? Nakobe Dean is a Buckus Award winner. You saw what, you know, Reed Blankenship brought to the table. Those are two guys that I think, you know, just would benefit immensely just off of being on the field. And they're about to be thrusted into starting roles. I feel like if Nakobe Dean was thrown into the fire last year, we would have already known what we got out of Nakobe Dean. But he's going to have to show a few people, and that's cool. I agree with the list, man. I agree with the list. I like the list. And I think they did a fantastic job on the defensive side of the ball predicting, you know, a 2023 all breakout team player. And we need it if we want to be as good as we know we could be. The second list that PFF put out sometime this week, I think both these might have came out today, actually. PFF puts out, you know, the best defense, the best offensive lines in the National Football League. We're going to go from 10 to 1. At 10, they got the Indianapolis Colts. I didn't think the Colts offensive line was that good. Let's just call a spade a spade. The Chargers at 9, Green Bay at 8, Falcons, I didn't think they were that good. The Cowboys at 6, the Detroit Lions at 5, Baltimore at 4, Kansas City at 3, the Browns at 2, and none other than the Philadelphia Eagles at 1. Now I believe in the Philadelphia Eagles being 1. You know what I mean? I don't watch everybody else's offensive line close enough to say they shouldn't be where they shouldn't be, but I think the Detroit Lions should be higher than 5. That's a really, really good offensive line. I think the Detroit Lions should be higher than 5. But, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is for them. Sucks to be them. But you already know the clear-cut number 1 is the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go over this. Jordan Mailata, the rugby sensation, the rugby singing sensation. Landon Dickerson. You know what I mean? In the middle, Kelsey, Hall of Famer. We don't know what's going to happen at guard, but then you got Lane Johnson, Hall of Famer. You can put me in between Kelsey and Lane Johnson, and you can have a good offensive line. You just send anybody to Stoutland University, insert them between those two guys, and you're going to have a good offensive line. So, I like it, man. I like the Philadelphia Eagles being at number one. Nobody gets to the second level better than the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I mean? Our offensive linemen get out there and hit. They physical. They control games. They hard to block. They pull. They do everything you want out of an offensive line. All freakishly athletic. You know what I mean? It's hands down the best offensive line in football belongs to the Philadelphia Eagles. Hands down the best defensive line in football probably belongs to the Philadelphia Eagles. That's how we built. That's how we constructed. You know what I mean? So I think PFF got the Philadelphia Eagles being one right. I can't speak for everybody else on that list. So let's talk about what Nolan Smith is doing, this offseason as a rookie to get better. We seen him at OTAs putting his best foot forward. Now video surfaced of Nolan Smith getting tips from Von Miller at the Von Miller Pass Rush Summit. Micah Parsons was there. A few other rookie standouts were there. So they're learning from a guy who has moves. They're learning from a guy who has moves. And I've always said this about Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is doing what he got to do off pure talent. He ain't got no toolbox. He ain't got no deep bag of tricks and multiple ways to beat guys like a Von Miller and Hassan Reddick. They got multiple ways to beat guys. Multiple ways to beat guys. You know what I'm saying? I remember the last dude that took over the game against the Philadelphia Eagles on a defensive line was Hassan Reddick. Think about that for a second. No coincidence why we wouldn't got him and brought him home. He was the last dude that really put boots on our offensive line. The last dude that did it. Multitude of moves, brings different bags of tricks. We seen Bosa try to continuously, Bosa try to continuously use one move as a pass rusher. I think those guys who just continuously lean on a bull rush, they need to go to a camp like this that Von Miller is hosting. Being as though Nolan Smith is doing it at such an early age and trying to get ahead of anything that you might want to correct. Listen, there's no secret. Nolan Smith said that he studies Hassan Reddick. You know what I mean? He watches tape of Von Miller. You know what I mean? He grew up looking at Ray Lewis. The kid want to be great. And this is showing it, man. Great initiative by Nolan Smith to take the necessary steps in trying to be great, because that's what it's all about, man. You could say it. You could work out. Everybody got cool workout clips going on right now. Everybody got that. But when it's time to get on the field, do you know what to do in those battle time situations, man? Do you know what to do? There's a lot of people that own firearms in the U.S. Take them down in the sandbox where I was at. Do you know how to use it? Do you know what to do when it's time to use it, though? You know what I mean? It get different. It get different when it get different, man. So learning from a guy who we all seen for many, many years use every tool in his toolbox. Elite bend. You know what I mean? To go to a Von Miller Pass Rush Summit, you know what I mean, as a rookie and soak up that game and learn from masters of your craft is just monumental for the Philadelphia Eagles, and we got a lot to look forward to, man. Shout out to Nolan Smith. Shout out to Von Miller. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all. Make sure y'all tap in Big Print Champs. More content coming. You know the vibe.